topic: don't block your own blessings. Many years ago, my bestie shared this valuable gem that I have continued to carry with me. She told me a story about a mutual friend and said something along the lines of, "I'm proud of them because sometimes we block our own blessings." I had never heard the expression, "sometimes we block our own blessings." It was so profound to me in that moment. Over the years, I have realized that we often operate from a place of fear, self doubt, a legacy of lack, or even complacency. This can render us unable to make decisions or speak up for ourselves. It can also mean we won't be in position to receive all the goodness life is prepared to give, thereby blocking our own blessings. There is a story I want to share with you, and I promise to try to be as brief as possible. The story is my personal story about laziness and disinterest and how it almost caused me to block a huge blessing. So here's my story. I get to work one day and my acting manager is like, "Hey, we got our new pins, but you have to go over to your other team to get yours." Now, as a side note, I was working on a short-term project with a different team, and the pin he was referring to was a small button that you would wear on your suit jacket lapel or your shirt collar. This pin showed the company logo, and we had to wear this pin every day for work. So the acting manager basically just told me I had to walk across the street and over to our sister building to receive my pin. I was super annoyed and did not feel like taking this long walk. I had just walked into work from the parking lot, which was in the sister building, and it was already a little bit of a hike. I just remember muttering to myself that there was so much pomp and circumstance over a new pin. It really made no sense to me. I considered leaving altogether and going for coffee and coming back in an hour, figuring nobody would miss me. I mean, just doing anything else. But I knew that wouldn't be right, so I sucked it up and started walking. I get over to the other building, and one of the VPs is giving a speech about the company and leadership and the reason for the new pins and the updated logo we had, et cetera, et cetera. Then he mentions a company expansion. He says the company is expanding a specific sector and we need people who are interested in moving to the headquarters. He said, "We will pay for your relocation expenses and it is an automatic promotion. You don't have to interview. You'll be elevated to a higher title, which means an automatic increase in salary. Anybody interested, just let your manager know so we can get things going." Okay, so let's pause. Can we just talk about what an amazing thing this was for me to hear, and then let me tell you why. First, the job that they just said they would be basically giving away was a job that I had been turned down for in my current location a few months prior. The reason I was turned down was because they felt like I wasn't ready for these new responsibilities. Second, the sweet cherry on top was that I was going to get the opportunity to now move to the company's headquarters and have all the exposure to leadership and an abundance of career opportunity at my fingertips. Needless to say, of course, I took the opportunity. Can I tell you that of all the 100+ employees that were at that meeting, I was the only one that accepted the relocation offer. Even more importantly to note was that the relocation offer was not mentioned again in any meeting I attended thereafter. Now, to me, that means that had I gone to the cafe for coffee instead, or, BS'd around and just not attended the meeting, I would have never even known the opportunity existed. Now, although it was a relatively small thing, I fought through some laziness and I just went. But more importantly, I did not let fear of the unknown prevent me from taking advantage of a solid opportunity. I ended up moving to a completely different state where I didn't know anybody. I did not allow fear or complacency to block my blessings. I did not stand in my own way. I wanted to share this with you because in life, we don't know when and how things will be presented to us. Sometimes the good things will come our way packaged differently than we imagined them. I feel we shouldn't block our blessings by being married to an idea or an ideal and leaving no room for the possibility that something slightly different or altogether different could still provide the desired outcome. So let's be open to a different approach or even changing plans altogether when it makes sense. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time.